welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to go over how I do Abby's nails, and I'm going to show you exactly what we do to make sure she is comfortable and happy getting her nails done. So the first thing I always have is Abby. Yeah. Hi friend. The next thing is chicken breasts is what I'm going to use today for reward while we work through this process. If you're just starting out with your puppy, make sure you have a lot of high value rewards to let them know that, hey, they're doing a good job and this is actually a fun experience. Next thing I have is some dog toenail clippers. And lastly is a Dremel. Now, you don't have to have both. You could do either or. I like to use both because the clipping is quicker. And then I go over with the Dremel so that it files down the sharp edges of her nails so she doesn't, step in my foot and scratch me because her nails are so sharp from just being cut. So those are the things that I have, and we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll show you exactly what I do. Okay, first thing I want to show you guys her nails. Come on, give me your paw. Good girl. So her nails are pretty short, but they're black, so you really can't see. Yes, good girl. Give me your paw. Good girl. You really can't see the quick, and if you don't know what a quick is, I'll show you what the quick is in a dog's nail. The inside of this image is pink, and it is the quick, the blood supply of the dog's nails. You really want to be sure not to cut the dog's quick, or he will bleed and he probably won't let you touch his nails again. Since her nails are pretty short right now, I do these regularly. I'm just going to cut a few of them for demonstration purposes, and then we're going to file them down with the Dremel, and then I'll explain how I got her to be able to do this comfortably and what you guys can do to maybe help your nail cutting procedures with your dog when you attempt to do it. Come on. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Paw. Good girl, Abby. So I'm just looking right now, separating the toes. Yes. She was very good. She just let me hold on to her foot and separate her toes without using anything, and she didn't pull her foot back. So that's what I rewarded with the yes. Huh? Good girl. Oh, this one's good. Yes. Good girl. Huh? Oops. Good girl. Yes, good girl. I'm just repositioning her for a better camera angle. Well, thank you, Abby. You're so sweet. Sit. Paw. Good girl. This one's a little long, that one's short. That one's good. Yes, good girl. So Abby here has black nails. So what that means is you can't see the quick or the blood supply under the nails. So if you cut them too short, you can cut them and hurt them, and then they'll bleed and they won't want to get their nails done. So I do these very often, maybe once or twice a week. I have her sit down, ask her to give me her feet, and I just clip off just a little bit of the tips so that I don't hurt her. She enjoys the process, and she doesn't have long nails. Give me a paw. Good girl, Abby. Yes, good girl. That was a good girl. So I'm making this very rewarding for her. In the beginning, I really only, good girl. I really only did this touching her toes, separating them, touching the thing on the nail. Yes, good girl. So that she got used to me playing with her feet. I didn't really cut more than one nail at a time. And I really only went at her pace. She's a little far, so I'm gonna bring her closer. Come on. Good, sit. Good girl. So we're just doing her front feet now. She's already lying down, asking me to kind of do her back feet because I just have her lie down when I do her back feet. But I'm not gonna We're not quite done with her front feet yet, so let me guide her for a couple more. Paw. Come on. Paw. Yes. Good girl. I'm looking at her toes. Everything looks pretty good. Yes. Good girl. Good girl, Abby. Let me see your other paw. Come on. Come on. Other one. Oops. Other one. Oops. Oops. Give me your other paw. Other paw. Good girl. And we do the same thing over here. Ooh, this one looks a little long, so I can take off a little bit more off of this one. Really just making sure I just take off the top. Being sure not to cut her. Yes. Good girl. And if you go slow, at their pace, eventually they're like, oh, this is not that bad. So I made a couple clips, and now her nails are pretty sharp where I clipped. So I'm gonna take the Dremel and go behind those just to smoothen them out. Yeah, she's a small girl. And make sure she doesn't scratch me by stepping on my feet or fooling around. And just to make sure, you know, she's not scratching up my floors or anything like that too. So for this, it's a little different. A lot of dogs get nervous with the sound. So in the beginning, you really just wanna, Abby, turn it on, make sure she's not scared, and then mark that. Yes, good girl. Abby's pretty used to this. Yes, good girl. So this is not scary to her. Now I'm gonna ask her for a paw. Give me a paw. Abby, paw. Give me a paw. Good girl, Abby. And then I'm gonna touch it. Yes. Just a quick little touch on the nail, just to sand down that area that was sharp because I cut it. Give me a paw. Paw. Yes. Oops. Oops. Yes. Good girl. So that time, she was kind of getting curious and seeing what was on her toe, putting her nose close to it. I don't want this to hurt her. So I made sure she didn't put her nose on it, kind of encouraged her to remove her nose from it, and then I marked when her head was away from it. So that was what the yes was about. And the other paw. She's lying down now, so we're gonna move to the ground. Okay, here we are on the ground. Same thing, I'm gonna look at her back toes. So Abby is a little ticklish on her back toes. She likes to play around when I'm touching them. Same thing, I have her treats, candy. Ask her to lay down and relax. Come on, oops, come on. Lie down. Get her in a good, comfortable position. I'm gonna say yes. And then look at her new toes. She might kick me because her feet are a little ticklish. Yes. So what I do is I mark when she's not kicking me or fighting me, or I'm touching her back toes. Yes. Her back toes are a little short, so I'm probably not gonna cut them. Let me check the other foot though. Yes. I love that she kept her head down that time, so I'm gonna really reward that behavior. This one could come down just a little bit. Yes. And then I'm gonna try to reward her while her head is down, like in that position. Because that's the position I wanna reward when I'm doing this. Yes. If she puts her head down while I'm touching her feet, I'm gonna mark and reward that. Yes. And then I'm gonna go back over the Dremel like that. Ooh, ticklish. Yes. Good girl, Abby. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl, Abby girl. You're so smart. You're so good. And that was basically our pedicure process. As I said before, I do this probably realistically once a week. But when she was younger, I would do it almost every day. So now she's just like, okay, this is just a normal thing of our routine. I get a bunch of good treats and mom touches my toes. But as a puppy, she was much more squiggly, much less patient. So in the beginning, I just made sure I did one thing at a time, one step at a time. What I would do is, I'd make sure she's comfortable, ask for a paw, touch her feet, reward that with a yes or a click if you have a clicker. And then as she got more comfortable, maybe I would touch her toe with the clipper or the Dremel, and then just do one nail a day. And then if her nails were too short, I would just pretend to clip it so that she got into the routine of getting her nails done and not it being a huge ordeal. It's actually something she enjoys now. So, and if at any point I asked her to pick up her foot and she was like, I don't want to, or she didn't give me her paw, I just knew she's done too much, and that's okay. So she's pawing me now, asking me to give her more chicken. You want more? You want more chicken? Yeah, so she has a really good time with most of our trainings, and that's what I do to make sure she enjoys the process and she's happy and willing to work for me or allow me to take care of her. So that is our demonstration of our pedicure day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Abby's like, you didn't finish giving me all the chicken, and let me sit down. Sit. She's facing me, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. If you thought the video was helpful, boop, and you want to see more informational, instructional videos like this, let me see your paws. They look pretty good. Let us know. Like, subscribe, comment in the video. Let us know what other things you'd like us to see. Say bye.